Hey, this week on 1980s News, as reported by Planet Radio, Madonna kicked off the new. The headline is "Fans Sue Madonna," and here's the story. A little bit of back story, taking it back a little bit. Madonna kicked off the North American leg of her celebration tour in December, on December 13th, at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. At that time, she told the this is going to be prescient or important. At that time, she told the audience present, quote, "We do shit our way. New York is not for little pussies who sleep," end quote. and again,
certainly not.
As you're going to see, that might have been a disclaimer of sorts. Maybe she intended it Exhibit A in this lawsuit. I don't know. But playing out over 7 acts, the concert tells some version of Madonna's story. We talked about months ago how Madonna's biopic got canceled, and then she announced this tour, which seems to be her way of still, telling her tale. But the dancers take the stage dressed as various incarnations of the Queen of Pop at different, stages of her life. And the set list contains 27 career-spanning hits, which is a welcome change because usually she just focuses on whatever album she's promoting, and which I hate that. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, play the hits.
Yes.
Now, it's funny because look, the concert is long, and she fit in 27 songs, but people are still complaining. You didn't do Dress You Up. This show sucks. I mean, come on.
It's your favorite. But that's not what the audience was so upset about.
No.
Right.
She was not sued over not playing Dress You Up.
No. Although, after you have the suit, maybe anything is fair game here.
Yeah.
The good news for Madonna is that even though Material Girl is just 2 years shy from collecting Social Security, according to Rolling Stone, she wasn't tired during the performance. The tour de force of sights and sound continued until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa.
So it began on one day and ended on another.
We call that a red eye concert.
Is that right? Okay, that makes sense.
Just like flights.
Yeah. See, I'm counting on you guys for your experiences of these sort of things because, as you know, I don't like concerts.
Right.
But the bad news from it,
or being in public.
Yes, or loud things, or music, or Madonna,
or sitting near others. All the everything in a concert.
Yes.
Or live music for that matter.
Yes, or beer, or whatever. I don't know. What else do they have there? T-shirt or paraphernalia, merchandise. I hate merchandise.
Garbage. Hate that.
Yeah. The bad news for Madonna is that 2 exhausted fans are suing her, Live Nation and the Barclays Center, stating that they, quote, would not have paid for tickets, and, quote, had they known it would finish so late. So the fans, Michael Fellows and Jonathan Hadden, claim in court papers submitted at Brooklyn Federal Court on January 17th that Madonna took the stage more than 2 hours late at that inaugural show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. It's not that it ended so late. It's that it started so damn late.
Well,
you don't expect an 8:30 show to last till 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then she'd be a tired 2 years from retirement lady.
That would be exhausting.
Yeah. She had took a 2-hour nap before the show. That's why she wasn't exhausted.
Yeah. Well, it turns out, John, both of these things upset these folks because that they say, in spite of the, they argue that, quote, many ticket holders who attended the concerts on a weeknight had to get up early to go to work and or take care of their family responsibilities the next day, end quote. And elsewhere, they state that they were, quote, left stranded in the middle of the night with limited public transportation, limited ride sharing, and or increased transport costs when the show ended in the early hours.
I have 2 thoughts here, and I don't know. I didn't divine it from the article, but what was happening during the 2 hours? If there was an opening act, not that you would expect an opening act to run for 2 hours, but were they being entertained by something or someone? Or were they just all like, give us Madonna, give us Madonna? What was happening during the 2 hours?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Although, go ahead, Kat.
I know someone who went to one of Madonna's concerts recently, and on Facebook, she posted taking bets on when Madonna's going to show up on stage. So she has a reputation for that, which she even addresses in this response to the lawsuit. Yes, her reputation precedes her. And the same friend also in a follow-up post said, I'm going to need another day to recover from this concert.
Yeah, right. Got home at 2 a.m, not ready for work.
Exactly. Sounds like she loved it, though. She was thrilled. She didn't care about what time Madonna showed up. She just cared that she did. And it sounds like it was great.
And I admit the article was a little confusing, John, because it made it sound like Madonna's response was, I do this. But they had they had a typo in that.
That was confusing.
What it really was is the plaintiffs were saying that Live Nation and the Barclays Center know that Madonna doesn't go on time, appear on time. She has a history of doing that, and therefore they shouldn't have advertised her as appearing at 8:30. There's a typo in that thing that made it confusing. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
They should turn that around and say, look, we said 8:30, but you guys in your own complaint said she's late all the time.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm not going to try to out-lawyer the lawyer, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
If we go out to lunch and I warn you, now, Will, I'm prone to punching people in the nose.
Okay.
When I do punch you in the nose, it's not assault.
Oh,
just because you knew it was liable to happen doesn't mean, well, hey, you know what you signed up for. You know who you married, right? You know what you're getting into. No, it doesn't matter. You have the reputation for that. You still did that to these people. So just because she's prone to do that, I don't think makes her, scot-free.
Yeah. Yeah. And ultimately, I agree with you entirely. But it seemed like a strange argument to put that out there. But
but is it sue worthy? Right? Like, what are they even suing for? What, like the cost of their ticket back?
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, what are they entitled to sue for?
Right.
Which you're right. It would be maybe the tickets, their transportation home, if they had to be late for work and lost wages because of hours. That's it. I mean, that's really that's all they could get back. I mean, maybe court costs or attorney fees. They might not even be entitled to that, depending on the state and depending on the type of lawsuit you bring.
Extra babysitter hours.
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
A Red Bull I had to buy at the bodega on the corner.
Your wife found out you went to the concert with your girlfriend. That could lead to problems.
That's right. Had I been home at midnight, I would have
no one would have found out.
But because of her bladder issues, she's up at 1 a.m. going to the bathroom. So,
are you just getting home? Who's that?
Yeah.
I just say we chalk this up to the risk of going to a concert. All of this.
Yeah, definitely irritating. Not sue-worthy. Yeah, not litigious. Yeah, I don't see that.
Well, she's coming to Cleveland. At the second week of February, and or this week, February 8th, I think it is. So I checked out tickets, and first thing that shocked me was to sit fairly close wasn't as expensive as I would have thought. Considering it's Madonna. And why are you laughing? It's Madonna.
Maybe at her age, she looks better from a distance.
Oh, John.
I'm de-incentivizing you from sitting too close.
Well, John, ultimately, that's one of the things I thought maybe was an issue. You're right. She's had a lot of seemingly plastic surgery. I don't know if she's copped to it or not, but the other thing is, as soon as I read this article, I was like, no, I'm not. I was ready to go. I'm not going. I wouldn't want to sit there for 2 hours. Maybe if I showed up at 10 o'clock or 10:30. But I've already got my pajama pants tucked in my socks by then.
Your hot pants are ready for bed.
Yes.
You would be so miserable. Oh,
you just wear your jumper to the concert. Take a nap in the aisle.
Right, that's true. Or a Snuggie or something.
Bring your sleeping bag. Yep.
Well, you're right, Kat. We don't know what these guys are suing for, but it turns out this isn't the first time that fans have objected to the singer being late and filed a lawsuit. In 2019, a fan sued her over a delay for a U.S. show, but they voluntarily withdraw the case, and it was dismissed a month later, according to ABC News. In that same year, Madonna had shared a post of her live on stage in which she told fans, quote, "There's something that you all need to understand, and that is that a queen is never late."
Okay then.
I think I'd sue her just for that attitude.
Can't call it late.
Rude.
I starred some comments here in case you want to peek at what people are saying about in reaction here.
We'll say what
stuff.
Oh, do you want me to say them?
Yeah, go for
Sure.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Marcus got to a concert at 7 one night and got home from the after show the next morning at 7.
Oh my
We have a
goodness.
7 p.m.
I know the
7 a.m.
backstory from that one. I know that concert.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool. I'll have to hear about that.
Guessing it was a Prince concert.
Oh,
Well, duh.
Marcus loves Prince.
highly suspect. Kathy is with Jamie Lee Curtis. Concerts should start at 3 p.m.
I haven't heard that Jamie Lee Curtis said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. She, I feel like maybe we talked about that one time. Yep, she feels like that concerts should match where we're at in our, our generation.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Okay, I'm for that. Absolutely.
That's your type of concert. Well, if you like concerts, that would be the time for you to
Perfect
go.
concert for me would be afternoon in my living room. That would be great.
On the TV, pausable.
Yes, I can control the volume and skip the songs I don't like.
Right.
That's
Next. Loop. Pause. Yeah.
We also have Brandon. We also have Brandon saying that this sounds like the country music equivalent of No Show George Jones.
Does that mean George Jones just doesn't show up, or?
I guess not.
Notorious for that, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's a no-show, yeah.
Interestingly, Cole Meany, the actor who portrayed Miles O'Brien on Deep Space Nine, also notorious for skipping conventions that he was committed to. I almost saw him 3 times, and he didn't show to any of them.
That's terrible.
Disappointing.
And John Henderson points out that they are suing her to get back their youth when they would have been fine with a Madonna running late.
Ah, yes, I get you there. I'm not that quick on the. I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. You see, because he said they're suing to get back their youth. I immediately thought it had something to do with Madonna getting back her youth.
Oh.
Which she's trying to do with the aid of medical intervention.
Yes, right. Yeah, yep.